just got stopped out of Aussie dollar over here, as you can see in the account statements over here. On our traders challenge, you can see that we just got a small profit, but the previous three trades have all been losses. Overall, still up. Is this strategy really continuing to work? Should we really carry on with it? And how should we review it? This and more in this live trading session video. Hi traders, thank you for joining the MasterTheMarkets team in our Traders Challenge live trading session video today and supporting us in our mission to spread the truth of trading and help you achieve consistent trading performance. It is Tune Upon here, founder of MasterTheMarkets Elite Trades Conference and the Traders Open Day. So here we are, traders. In terms of reviewing our strategy, so what happened with the Aussie dollar trade? Just a quick review before we go into how should we really look at our results and the three key points that you should be taking away. Now, the first thing is just a recap on how the Aussie dollar went. And by the way, you can track us all on this videos and trades that we did. It was the last one we did was Aussie and GP stopped out, Euro Yen in, right? So those ones we did, and you can also follow us. Now going into a bit more detail here, you can see that the entry price was on the blue line here, where the confirmation came according to our smart money framework indicator here, which we spoke about and got invited to the STA, Society of Technical Analysis, and Ninja Trader IG Index. So many more places that we got invited to by this framework, which is getting really very popular because it's so logical, because it's based on swing trading, right? On the cycle framework. So based on this, right, traders, so what we got over here is, so once it confirmed the top where the dot and the arrow comes in, we take a position at 6458 and our stop loss was here at 6555 and our target was here at 6362. After a few more days, we trailed it to 6434. Now here's the thing, right? What happened is we missed our target due to spreads, okay, just by a few micro pips, and on some other broker data, whichever broker data that you're using, we did hit the target at 6362, but it just bounced back. It just nicely touched it and bounced back. Now we realized that we had forgot to put the spreads in, right, to account for the spreads, because this was a selling position. To exit the position, I need to buy back, isn't it? So I needed to add the spreads. We need to add the spreads of +2 or +3, whatever that was for that broker. Some brokers will be much more tighter, will be just +1. So whatever that was, we should have added that in, right? So, but then we only realized later on that it had come back against us, right? And of course, at this point over here, traders, you might be thinking, should I hold on to this trade? Should we come out, and will it come back to my target again? And the way to do it, I think I've talked about it in the previous video where we talked about the three key points. Now, the thing is, you follow your system rules, whatever that was. By right, according to this strategy, you should have come out. You should have accounted for the spreads, right? Now, we forgot to do it. So, according to system, if you accounted it for spreads, you would have come out. So what do you do whenever you do a mistake? You have to exit live, okay? You have to exit live. Now, this is exactly what we did, right? On that day, on the 19th April, it was on Sunday when we got out. So if you take a look over here, right? So where we got out over here, Aussie dollar, we got out live on the 4th. This was on the, let me see, this was on Aussie dollar, right? So we got out over here at 6420 at 21st of April. You can see over here, isn't it? Yeah. Now that's where we got out 6420. We got out live and we got that small profit of $103. Okay. Now that's to do with the Aussie dollar and how we manage that position, yeah, in terms of the mistake that we do and how do you get out, and that happens to professionals, even big billionaires, managing hedge funds and all of that, right? How you manage the positions is what is critical. Now, After that, you can see, okay, you can beat your chest about it, right? You can be happy and proud that, hey, you know what, it's good that we got out because it went up after that. But remember, all this is in hindsight, right? It could have gone down as well, hit back your target, gone through the spread. You could have said, oh, no, why the exit life? That's not the point. Follow your system, okay? And do it consistently. That's where the key is. Okay, so that's one on the how we manage the trades. Now, coming back to here, however, if you take a look on the 50K account over here that we got on this particular strategy that we are running, only one strategy we are running, 50% OE on this 50K account, right? And all we are doing on this is one strategy and it's end of day as well, okay? Now on this, you can see that 3 trades were in a bit of a losses. So sometimes, what happens is that then traders is we start to doubt the system, isn't it? Right? We start to think, you know what? Is this really working? Impatience kicks in as well. You know what? I mean, we've been doing this for about 1.5 months, 5 weeks. It's only up about, if you really take a look at it, 1,100, right? Including swap and all that, 1,114. But just say 1,100, that's about 2.1%. And then you're thinking, you know what? Man, well, why can't we actually do it a much more faster? Win this challenge much more faster. Impatience kicks in. Doubt also kicks in that, is this drawdown going to rise any further? Okay. Are you doing things according to plan? Are you missing a lot of trades? Is it causing a lot of difference in your results? So when all these doubts kicks in, traders, the first thing that you should be doing is 3 key points I'm going to give you is the first thing you should be doing is a system versus cash analysis. Okay? System versus cash analysis. Now, what do I mean by that? The first thing you should be doing on the system versus cash analysis, let me just bring that up over here in terms of the cash here and the results review. The first thing you should be doing is in the system versus cash analysis. Now, collate all, the first point, right? Collate all of your system results. Now, what do I mean by system? System means whatever if you were to implement a robot and it was flawless execution, right? How would it have performed according to the rules that you have set out to be? Okay, this is what we say as system results. What should have happened? Okay, right? So the system is almost flawless and perfect. So that's what we are talking about over here. Now, for that, what we actually do as a professional is we have a journal where it tracks all the system results on the 50% OE. We're running 2 strategies. I'll come to the second one on the 20% OE as well. Now, over here on the 50% OE, so we write down all the trades, right? Okay. And according to systems, so we're tracking everything where we entered, all the analysis, what trend, every single thing. We are we are noting it down, and all for our paid members and all that on Master the Markets, they all are following us. We share with them this file on Dropbox folder as well on our live trading room. So after you've collected all of this, then this percentages, all you're seeing the numbers over here, are all percentages based on our risk management of a 1%, a 1.5% risk. And then after you've done all of that, then you put it all onto this um, file and table over here. This is what I got, right? So profit and loss percentage system, each individual trade, you can see on the 50% OE, you can see that we've taken about 27 trades, right? Cumulatively, it's up 2.29% according to the system, okay? All systematic, professional, and logical. The second thing then you then do, traders, if you take a look, after you've collected all the system, then the next thing that you do is you do a cash results collation. Okay. Now, this is system should be what should have happened. Cash is what actually happened. Okay. When you miss trades or you forgot trades or your position size wrongly, so many things, right? So what should have happened, what actually happened. Okay. These are the two things. So system and cash. So then we list it all over here as well again. So we got a separate journal for that. And over here on the journal, then we are listing all of that, right? So on the cash journal, if I go to 50% OE, I am measuring all of that, and all the results are all here on the right hand side, which I'm then putting all the dollar signs nominal, and over here you can see all that will add up to be the same, right? 1100.08. Everything I'm transferring all over to the spreadsheet. So this is what you got to do when you analyze it like a professional. Okay, so if I go back to here and you're taking a look at that, let me just do that. And if I do the cash and if I add that all up, you see, you can see 1100.08. Okay, that's what we are taking a look at. So it's all tallying up. Now, once you have done that, right, and you repeat the same process for the other strategy that we are also running on the 100K account, 20% OE strategy, right? So we do the system again, and then we do the cash again, okay? And then we collect all those results. So if over here, if I were to just quickly do that, and I file and I log into trade account, and I do that, you can quickly see that this is on a 100K account over here, and that's about 5.3% up, as you can see over here, right? And all the trades over here are all listed here. Let me just quickly do all history here, and you can see every single trade has been logged in. Okay, there are more winners here because it's more refined, more quality trades that we are taking. So if you go back to here again and I take a look at that, that's what we've collected all over here. All right, traders. And then we relate it to percentage in terms of the 100K account. Now, so that's the first two steps, right? So we got the system and then the cash collation, which is what I have said over here. Let me see if I can get that back. Yes, that's right. Then the third thing then, right, from these two results that you collated, now what you then do is you do equity curve, right? An equity curve, which what I will show you in a minute. And the equity curve shows of both the system and the cash results. Okay, the system and the cash result. So that's how it looks like on the right hand side here, which is what you can see. Okay, so let me just delete that for a bit, and then that's what you can see over here. So you can see the system results here, and you can see the cash results on the equity curve. So let me just move that down a little bit so that you can see both the curves side by side. Now you see, traders, over here what we are looking is that two main things we are looking, two sub points, right? So this is the third part, the equity curve. In the third point, what we are really looking for, let me just bring that up over here. In the third point, what we are really looking for is, one is the maximum drawdown point, okay, of these equity curves. Second is what we call the profit gap, okay. How much is the gap between the system and the cash? This is how we can review and see, is the strategy really going according to plan, or the strategy failing to work, or is it you who's the problem and not the system? This is how you really review it, okay? Rather than just bidding one strategy and running over to the next one, all right? So this is what we need to be taking a look at, and let's take a look at here what it's really doing when I overlay it. So this is the maximum drawdown that is gone through right now. And here that as well on the cash, right? When I overlay it, right? When I overlay it, I can do a simple trick here, which I just found out. You guys can do that too. If I do that, let me just see. And this, Control C. If I do that, then it overlays it, right? So if I do that, I can quickly see that this is our cash curve, yeah? And this is the system one. What I can see is that immediately I can see there was lesser trades, right? About 19 trades. On system, we placed much more. But the difference in results is not really much, right? It's only about 0.19% difference. So the profit gap is not really that much. It's quite insignificant. You can see over here, right? So system is 2.29 up. Cash is up 2.20. So it's only 0.09. It's falling behind the system. So it's not really that much that you can be comfortable about. Another thing also I want to say, a very small point, is that the results that we took over here, is not the swap charges over here. So it's just this one, this column here, right, to be a fair comparison according to the system. So this one over here is including the swap and commission charges, which then adds up. Okay, right. So that's that one there in terms of the system versus the cash curve. Okay, so that's what we are looking at, and the main thing what we are looking at is the profit gap and the drawdowns. And then you compare the drawdowns, and as I mentioned in my previous video, is that our drawdown is still not exceeded our maximum drawdown of 4.04%. So we're still good in terms of this strategy. So it's all okay. We just have to continue to execute consistently. All right. So I guess that's pretty much what the main points what I wanted to give you guys. And the other thing I want to conclude off with is a 20% OE is doing much more better. It's about 5.10% up. According to system 3.96, we actually have outbeaten system by doing our risk management and excluding and missing trades, which went to our favor. And you can see those are the results so far. If I do the same trick again here, you can see it overlaid, and there we go, right? So that's our cash over here, outbeating that profit gap. In this way, this instance, the cash is outbeating the system. And in the other one, the cash is actually behind the system just by 0.09%, just insignificant. Okay, right. So that's the main things what I wanted to drive to you guys. Just to recap, 3 main points I want you all to take away. Whenever you got any doubt or impatience creeping in, go back and collect all your system results, right? For that, you need to have tracked everything properly. Second is your cash results. Then the third thing that you then do, traders, is you then put that into an equity curve. And the main thing what you're really looking for is the drawdowns in there, where it's outbeaten your testing results drawdown. And the final thing you also look at over there is that you take a look at your profit gap. Okay, how well are you executing according to the system? Is the system really working, or is the problem really lies in you? So far, according to our analysis over here on the 100K and the 50K trader challenge, is so far we're going on track. And we're tracking all of this, and our clients are following us on this journey. I invite you guys to also follow us on this journey and learn in real time how the professional really looks at all of this together. So Master the Markets 2010, I'll see you guys on the channel. You can follow us and you can look through our videos. All right, traders, I guess that's pretty much that from me on this video. And as we always say, till the next time, stay disciplined, follow your trading plan, and keep trading like a master. If you want to get notified every time we put a video up, especially on our live trading update videos, hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications icon. This will get the YouTube algos to kick in and for you to join us in our mission to spread the truth of trading further, so that traders like you can benefit from our videos to trade like a master, achieve consistent performance, and change lives.